Welcome viewers, I'm Dr. J.W. Ayoub and this is Immigration Saturation Australia, Mass Political Vote Harvesting, when multiculturalism stopped asking for reciprocity. When did multiculturalism begin feeling less like a mutual agreement and more like a one-sided expectation in Australia? Most Australians have long accepted that people from different backgrounds enrich national life through food, language, enterprise, traditions, and ideas. Diversity itself was rarely the point of tension. The deeper question gradually became whether multiculturalism expected adaptation from everyone equally. The shift was difficult to identify because it occurred incrementally in Australia. Public institutions increasingly encouraged Australians to understand the customs, sensitivities and expectations of newly arrived communities. This often reflected a genuine desire for harmony, yet many citizens began wondering whether equal emphasis was being placed upon newcomers understanding Australia's civic traditions, democratic institutions, freedoms and social expectations in return. Behaviourally successful cooperation depends upon reciprocity. Relationships strengthen when adaptation flows in both directions. When people perceive that only one side is expected to adjust, even generous communities can slowly develop uncertainty, frustration, and emotional distance. The issue was seldom experienced through national policy papers. It emerged in everyday conversations, workplaces, schools, sporting clubs, and neighbourhood interactions where people quietly asked themselves whether mutual obligation was still being encouraged. Over time, the concern became less about cultural diversity itself and more about balance. Australians generally expected newcomers to become welcomed with dignity while also embracing the responsibilities that accompany belonging to a democratic nation. That nation, in this case, is Australia. Viewers, a multicultural society remains strongest when cultural freedom is matched by shared civic commitment. Diversity flourishes most securely when every community participates not only in preserving its heritage, but also in strengthening the common institutions, values and responsibilities that unite the nation of Australia. And without reciprocity, viewers, inclusion may remain, but shared confidence can gradually weaken, and in some cases that is happening in the nation of Australia.